Hey there, it's Nat. So today I wanted to talk about, relative to, particularly if you're newer in starting your online practice or putting yourself out there in your online business, the concept of premature evacuation. What is premature evacuation? What do I mean by premature evacuation, and how and why is it one of the things that is most getting in the way of people who are newer to this getting more momentum, getting more clients, and getting more people actually sold into and engaged in the amazing support and programs that you have to offer? One of the things that we do, and I've done in the past, I'm just as guilty of this too, sometimes what we do when we put together like an info evening or a particular program that we think is really cool, or a particular free thing that we want to give to people, sometimes we might put it out there in the world online. Maybe we do an organic post about it, or maybe we do a paid post about it. Maybe we send one email about it to a group of people, right? And suppose we don't get much engagement back. Suppose not that many people like it. Suppose nobody comments on it. Suppose nobody replies. And then suppose that we draw the conclusion from this that it means that that thing doesn't work, isn't wanted, is wrong, and we should probably never put it out there again, right? The reason that I would suggest this is premature evacuation is because how do you know for sure that that was the case? It's like you're making a bit of an assumption in there that they did see it, that they did have an opportunity to make a decision about it, that they did have time to make a decision about you, that they engaged full stop. There's a lot of assumptions that we're making underneath that. Do you see how that might be? It's a bit like, instead of adding together 2 + 2 to get 4, you've come to the mental conclusion that 2 + 2 equals 369,523 to the power of 10, which, have you actually tested that hypothesis for sure? So one of the things that it's really good to do before we prematurely evacuate on an offering is to actually make sure that we've actually got it in front of enough people and actually talk to enough people about it to make sure, for sure, that it does or it doesn't have viability, to check if it is or it isn't relevant to them, to check if they do or don't want it, and then in that respect, do we or don't we need to make some changes to it? Or is there another tweak that we can make to it that all of a sudden would make it more inviting and engaging? But the main problem is, the fundamental underlying thing with this is just basically that we pulled out too early, right? And we've got to learn to not pull out too early. You've got to learn to stay the distance and stay in, yeah? I know, a lot of you are laughing at that. I think it's funny too. We're a bunch of teenagers in lockdown. Anyway, so that was my thought for the day. Do you have any thoughts on that? Has that just set off a light bulb for you that you're like, oh gosh, I might have been guilty of that at some point? Just thought to share that today. To hopefully give you some inspiration to whatever your important things are that need to go out to the world right now. Stay in and ask some more questions, and see if it might be still the thing that matters and that needs to get out there. Stay in. That's it for me. Lots of love to you, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.